Hi Earthlings, welcome back to another pick a card. So today's question is, what do people love about you or about me, whatever. So yeah, let's find out what qualities people really admire about you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy this reading. If you need a little bit more time choosing your option, you can go ahead and pause now, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Hi, option ones. If you chose the buffalo, then this is what people love about you. So you could be an earth sign. You could have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements, or you could just simply exude those qualities. And what I mean by that is, like, maybe you're about your bag. You're about being really connected to the earth, material, in a material sense. I'm also getting a pentacle sense, so maybe you're about like your career and really grounding yourself in that kind of realm. However, there's a very spiritual side to the buffalo, because I'm kind of thinking about them grazing the grass, right? However, there's like a bunch of purples and around here, which kind of symbolizes for me like crown chakra, and that gives me this feeling that you're highly intuitive, and it's like you have a really great balance of the spiritual and the practical. You see things and reality for what it is. However, you are really good at using your intuition and navigating through situations, or if sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, I'm taking that as maybe you could be a person that's like private. You only speak or say what you need to say, and you don't always say what's on your mind. I'm getting like a really huge thinker, a sense of like philosophy for some reason. But let's clarify with my Brittany deck. Ooh, you got the masterpiece. Let me read from the book about what the masterpiece is. Okay. Britney's fifth album, Blackout, is considered by many fans to be her masterpiece. The 2007 album still sounds fresh and innovative. Its dark, club-ready beats changed the sound of pop music, and we're still hearing its like sonic influence all over the radio today, with songs like Piece of Me and the confessional ballad Why Should I Be Sad, sandwiched between sexy dance jams. Britney directly addressed the world's obsession with her private life. The masterpiece is forward-thinking, never content to go with the flow and do what's been done before. Blaze your own trail. The greatest art and accomplishments of your life are right on the horizon. Well, wow, I was literally talking about privacy and not always showing or like speaking your mind, but there's a lot of thoughts that are going on in there. So I think in addition to what I've already said, a lot of people love the fact that you march to the beat of your own drum. And I think that definitely goes in with the traits of like being really grounded and being really connected with the earth and spirituality. I think there's it gives off an authenticity to you because of how connected you are with yourself. And because you are so connected with yourself, it gives you this ability to like get in touch with your creativity. I think that whatever thoughts you have, thinking really hard or very thoughtful, I think with those qualities in the buffalo, it helps you create so many I guess masterpieces, whatever a masterpiece is to you, whether it be your career, maybe you just graduated, or you got a degree of some sort, or that you are a musician yourself, a songwriter, or maybe you're writing a book. There's just something about your success that you have showcased, and a lot of people probably find the beauty in that and love that you've made possibly something out of nothing, or that it's like you're just really recognized for the hard work that you've put in to all the work that you've done. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting with those two cards. I'm going to start pulling from tarot now. All right. I'm using a new deck today. What do people love about my option ones? Okay, you have the King of Presents, or the King of Pentacles. Oh. Okay, you have the Empress, you have Strength. One more, please, thanks. You got the Nine of Pentacles, and the bottom of the deck you have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, I see the Lovers here. I see the Queen of Pentacles on top of the deck. So I'm definitely getting a really loyal individual in. Like, a lot of people find you to be consistent, and I'm getting a lot of like loyalty with the Lovers card. I'm getting like a lot of people find you to be like their soulmate, their other half, whatever, if you're asking for a specific person, or you're asking about romantic sense, like that's what people love about you. It's like when they meet you, they just come to find themselves really invested in you. And I think it's because you invest so much in other people. You have the Empress here. I'm using my new Nightmare deck, so yeah, but the Empress, I'm getting that you're nurturing. I'm getting that you are... Ooh, wow. I don't know why I'm hearing Chapel Road, where she goes, I'm your favorite artist. And I think that's who you are to people. I think a lot of people love you. I think a lot of people gravitate towards you because you are so comforting, because you probably bring a lot to the table. And I think that you're just so giving. And that's what makes people gravitate towards you. You even have the Nine of Pentacles here. So you are very independent and you're very much about your bag. You even have the King of Pentacles. So I'm getting that there's been a lot of work that you've put into your kingdom, into even yourself. There's a lot of investment in self-care, in your projects, in just your life. And it shows either through, like, you tell people, your family, or through socials. You are very much recognized as a person, could be like an entrepreneur kind of thing. Because with the Buffalo, I'm getting much of like a visionary. Even with the masterpiece, it was also talking about like keeping your focus and focusing on a certain project. So I think that you're really good at making people feel that way, like special, unique, and they are. And I think that people feel that, because people could just go through everyday life feeling like whatever. But I think that you make such an impact because you make people feel like individualized, and in a way you've given them attention in a sense of like friendship and being there for them in a cooperative sense, even in a business sense. A lot of your coworkers really like working with you. Maybe you like to tell stories. It doesn't even have to be coworkers. It's like there's longevity with you. And I think a lot of people see that. Longevity brings loyalty, it brings friendship, and like really long connections that could be there for a lifetime. So amongst like your success, people understand you are successful because you are consistent in your work, in your job, your career, in yourself. And because they see how successful you are and it's manifested for you in such a wonderful way, it's like, it if people don't know you yet, right, and their first impression is like, wow, you're about your bag, you really work on that, it's like they get this impression that you would do the same in your connections and your friendships. So yeah, I'm just getting a lot of teamwork, I'm getting a lot of group like efforts, and I'm getting that a lot of people go to you for like advice or information. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that you are really good working by yourself as well. With the Nine of Pentacles, like, you're able to work alone, but you're also really good in groups. And I think when you are in a group, I don't know why they're giving me like that idea of when you're in a group project and you do all the work, like you would be that type of person. But aside from that, it could be that, but aside from that, I'm getting more like there's a leadership quality to you where you kind of lead the pack with your ideas or your projects, or even like it's possible with like social events because of the Three of Pentacles being here and the Empress. It's like I'm getting this energy of like spreading your like efforts or your time to people. Yeah, I'm just getting working well together. And with working well together, I get that people would want you just around for a really long time. I think a lot of people make sure that they have you in their lives for a long amount of time because of how much you have to bring to the table. Maybe you're the person to give gifts. Maybe you're a gift giver. Maybe that's one of the things that people love about you. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the oracles here. You got Aquarius. You got Liberator, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. You got Build Strength. You have Faith, Humanity, Benevolence, stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Travel, your life purpose involves traveling. And then you have Bear, danger, especially money matters. And then you have Firecracker, excitement. Wow. Wowie. Wow. Okay. Well, that's crazy because I said I don't know if I mentioned this with the lightning, like you could have like this feisty kind of demeanor to you where you are willing to defend your friends, your family, the things that you care about, and you have Firecracker here. So when I first saw that, I was like, oh, they're a firecracker. So I'm getting that you could be snippy or snappy, but within good reason. And I think with that, you bring a lot of excitement with your thoughts or ideas or the things that you say. Maybe you're really witty. but I'm getting for a lot of you, there's like this quietness, and then when you say something, it's funny. Um, because I'm getting a little bit of like a stoic look from this buffalo. Definitely about your bag because it says danger, especially in money matters. Yeah, I think that there's always this constant need to want to work or get your bag up for some reason. I was really getting that when I was first talking about the buffalo. And I think maybe you travel for work, that or you work really hard because you love to travel, you love to experience other places. And I think a lot of people love that about you because then you get to learn either like maybe you've learned a lot about different cultures or maybe even like different languages. So you're just very well rounded and you understand, and I'm getting like a very open minded kind of mentality from this pile. And I get that, you know, with the travel and humanity and benevolence, I'm getting like social work or social justice. For some of you guys, like I'm getting, I don't know, like working in or giving to other people in other places, like working in an organization of some sort, but that's like really specific. Um, but yeah, I'm getting that a lot of people appreciate and really love that you have a lot of faith either in yourself or, you know, I think you're the type of person to really give people the benefit of the doubt. And I think with that, you're also really, I don't know why I'm losing my train of thought right now. Um, I guess I'll talk about the Aquarius. I think this is kind of what I was getting, where there's the detachedness, but then there's like this connectedness through emotion and spirituality. And I think that Aquarius has a perfect balance of intuition and practicality. And I feel like they're really good at processing things or seeing things from a different perspective. Um, yeah, I think it really correlates with how the buffaloes thought process, and it's just reiterating that, especially with Aquarius. And I think, you know, it's interesting because Aquarius is like kind of like a liberator through their mindset, through their thought processes, and I think, you know, they liberate or known to liberate people through pioneering new ideas. So I think that you're really good at staying positive, and I think that goes with build strength. You are very grounded, like a rock, like a literal rock. So I'm getting a lot of earth from this, where you're very rooted, very steady, and you go with your own like pace, and you're not really in competition with anyone. You're very secure in yourself, and I think a lot of people love that about you. You know, definitely, it's, I don't know why I feel the need to say this, but it's like not a competition to you, because I know out there, or you know, in the real world, people tend to compete over their success or what they do, but I think you stay very humble, and yeah, just very secure in yourself. So that's kind of what I'm getting for the cards. I'm gonna turn off my mic and get some um, charms for you guys. Okay, let me put this on. All right. Let me see here. It says strong is beautiful. So, yep, I was getting a lot of strength here. You even got the strength card. You have a happy face. So I get that you might put a smile on your face as your, or maybe because it was upside down. I don't even think you can see. It was upside down. So I'm getting like an upside down for, I don't know. I was getting that like RBF kind of thing. Wait. I'm getting that maybe you're really good with academics. I don't know. There's like this old-fashioned calculator in there. Maybe you have really nice hair. People love that about you. Maybe you're really intuitive with the moon and the star here. Following your intuition, following your truth, or like your purpose. You even have butterfly here. Could be that you're really good at being a teacher, or I don't know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Maybe you're really close with your family, your roots. You have water, waves here, so I'm getting that, and a circle too. It's like kind of caged in, so I'm getting let your thoughts, your emotions, you might cage them in a little bit, and it might take a while for you to open up. But I get that you are really a really loving person, especially with the heart and the infinity here. It's just like you're really down for everyone, down for your friends. You have Taurus, you have trustworthy, you have Taurus twice. You also have Scorpio here, and you have Aries with courageous. So those are some qualities about you that people might love. And I think this is the number 6, not the number 9. So I'm getting friendships. I'm getting equal give and take, balance. And I'm not really gonna do the letters because I don't really think I relate right now. But your song messages was Crush, Crush, Crush by Coco and Claire Claire. I'm sorry if you can't see that. And then you also have Love at First Sight, Kylie Minogue. So do you see this? Like crush, 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 love at first sight. So maybe a lot of people have a crush on you, and maybe you be pulling. Hey now. So yeah, hopefully these messages resonate with you, option number 1s. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is all I have, so I'll be moving on to my next options. Howdy, option 2s. If you chose the dragon, then this is what people love about you. Okay, what is the dragon associated with? Hold the phone. Okay. The 3rd chakra. The dragon lives at the navel center. This translates to the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. The sages believe health of a fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. Okay. Seeing one's most true self, balancing ego. I see. Okay, so I guess what I'm getting from this is that you have a visionary like mindset. The way that you see things is so different. I think your perspective is really being emphasized here. And because it deals with the 3rd chakra, I'm getting a lot of confidence. I'm getting a lot of charm. Even like, whoa, I think a lot of sexual attractiveness too, or like a lot of sexual appeal, or even it doesn't even have to be sexual. It could just be romantic or sensual. There's something about having an eye for like aesthetics and being in touch with everything. There's something about you people watching, and I think that's what helps you feel connected. There's a really deep like thought process with this pile I'm getting. Like, I'm getting heavy philosopher vibes for some reason. Like, you could even be a philosophy major for some reason. I'm getting that. It doesn't have to be. You could just even dabble in that subject for funsies. But if not that, I'm just getting you're your own thinker. There's something about even taking the world in and just letting it inspire you. There's a strong sense of like creativity that people love and admire about you. You have an eye for creativity, an eye for what's good, what's what you, it's like your opinion is highly valued because your ability to see things for what they are. And it could be that you're just like very attentive to the details of things, and you understand every intricacy of a situation or even about the world. There's just like a grander way of like you looking at things, seeing things, or even just experiencing life. And I think that you have such a uniqueness to people. I don't think a lot of people have met people like you. You know, like just someone who just takes the world in, because a lot of people just are on the go nowadays, you know what I mean? And I think that it's like you're the stop and smell the roses kind of person, and I think a lot of people love that about you because you help people stop and see what they've been missing. Yeah. Let's get a clarifier with my Britney deck. You have fitness fan. So you might be really into fitness, and a lot of people love the fact that, you know, you go to the gym and you're really good at, I'm getting like fitness reels on Instagram. Maybe you're really good at like teaching other people this. I don't know, maybe people watch at the gym. But yeah, I think a lot of people admire your athleticism or even like your endurance. If you're not a gym person, then this is all about like your endurance with life, with the ability to keep going and to have that build up. Because I'm thinking of like, you know, when you're starting out, or even when I don't know, I don't really go to the gym, but I know cardio is really, really important, so you could have longer workouts. And in a lot of the time, a lot of people don't always run, so you know how you have to like work up to that in order to like run 5 minutes and then 10 minutes and then 20 minutes. It's like that. You have that patience in everything and anything you do because of how intricate you see things. You are so specific, and a lot of people love that about you. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling for my tarot. I'm using a new deck. It's my Nightmare Before Christmas one. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Okay. What do people love about my option twos? Thank you. 5 or the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. On the bottom of this deck, you have the 9 of Cups. Okay. On the top, you have 8 of Cups. This, I'm not taking reversals today either. So, let's see. Well, I think what people love about you is that, well, your main energy is the 4 of Pentacles. So I think that you're really good at, I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Let me look at this. What are you trying to tell me? Because the 4 of Pentacles is about keeping to yourself. That's why I was a little confused. I was like, maybe you keep your thoughts to yourself. Maybe you're very private. You don't show all your cards, but you're very observant. That would make a lot of sense. Maybe you're more of like an introvert, or you're more on the quiet side. It could also, I'm looking at the picture too. And I'm not sure if it's like providing for the family of rats here, giving presents to the family of rats. So I'm getting that maybe you could provide for your family, and a lot of people love that about you. Aside from that, I think the main thing I'm getting here is that I think a lot of people around you have come to sorry, I was looking at the name, I got distracted. The Judgment, yeah. I think you went through something that has gotten you to a place of like being left out in the cold. I don't know if you got like fired, or you just went through a hardship of some sort. And what people love about you is that, again, you take things for what they are. You handle the situation so well with the Judgment, and I think you act accordingly. Even if it's heartbreaking for you, even if it's hard for you and you feel betrayed and in your head about things, with the 8 of Swords being here, you will make a decisive decision if you need to. You'll let things go. It's like nothing really slips or gets past you. If it's not serving you, you let it go. Because you have the 5 of Pentacles here and then the 4 of Pentacles here. So I'm getting that if things are just not working for you, you understand it's time to let go. And I think that's where your observational like qualities come into play, and it comes in handy. And a lot of people love that about you, because you watch out for yourself, you watch out for your family. I think there's a part of you that tends to avoid the heartbreak or betrayal. Like, you already see it coming, or you know it's happened. And I think a lot of people just love the fact that you're willing to defend yourself, and even maybe, cut someone off if need be. You have a really good sense of like judgment, and I think people trust that judgment within you, and they love that about you, admire that about you. I'm gonna pull the oracles to explain a little bit more. Leo, Virgin, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. have massage. Saint Germain, karma releasing. Move beyond karma, create your own path, make room for good energy. Talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. You have angels, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. You have chain of events that will affect your life. Okay, so that last card, chain of events will affect your life. I think that's where the judgment comes from. I think what people love about you is that it was, whatever the case is, it's like whatever happened to you, it was very much obvious to those around you, to those who love you, that you are protected and things are kind of like going your way, because you have maintained a sense of purity and, you know, genuine, being honest. There's a lot of like loyalty with you, especially with the Leo. Leos they go ham for like people they love, okay? And even for what they have, they're very territorial. So I would only expect that this pile defends what they have and love. If it's being disrespected, or if you're feeling disrespected, you are that type to really say something and to really stand up for yourself. You have a lot of physical, mental strength. There's a lot, again, Leo is reiterating the endurance part that you have, your ability to keep going. And I think that you do, so you go on your journey through spirituality, like a really, really strong sense of it. And I think that's why, if, you know, a series of events have happened in your life that weren't super great, that have been very heartbreaking and stressful, it's like, I feel like they've seen you come out of that, or will come out of that, because of your strength. And it's like there's this understanding that you move away from the negative situations. And it's because it says move beyond drama, create your own path. And that's exactly what you do. The Five of Pentacles kind of represents the drama, and the Four of Pentacles just represents you dropping whatever pentacle is poisoning. It's like that analogy of one rotten apple spoils the bunch. And you don't want to spoil your whole bunch, so you kind of get rid of whatever it is that you need, or like don't need, that doesn't serve you. You're so well aware that you catch everything that doesn't, you know, suit you anymore, and it's only holding you back. You have such a strong connection with the spiritual, in a spiritual sense, that you're able to see things spiritual, like in a spiritual sense and a practical sense. You're connected to like both realms, and you're really good at navigating when to use your practical side and then your spiritual side. I'm also getting that you might be really good at your hands, or you're really good at like pressing on people's focal points. Maybe you're like a physical therapist or a massage therapist. If not, I'm just getting like something about your body, something about movement. Excuse me. I'm also getting like your skin might be really glowy. Maybe you have a really good skin care routine, or maybe you have really nice tattoos. Yeah, I'm also getting maybe anatomy. That's also coming in. Maybe people love that about you. And you know, maybe you're like very knowledgeable about it. the body and like taking care of it. Yeah, I'm also getting physical trainer. So yeah, people like that about you, or love that about you, admire it. Okay, I think this is what I'm getting for the cards. I'm gonna turn off my mic now and get you guys some charms. All right, so let's bring you a little closer. I found this one interesting because there's a superstition in witchcraft. If you put your broom right side like upright, then it's like it's kind of like a spell to expel people from your house who you don't want there. So I definitely got that right when it fell into my tray. Like, you're really good at expelling people who you don't want there. You understand who's not good for you. And I think that you have somewhat of like a star quality to you. I don't know if you were on socials or something like that, but I think that you have an eye for like an intuition, an eye for something. It's gonna be, it depends on like who you are, I guess. It's like you follow your light is what I'm trying to say. And I think a lot of people find a home in you, or a lot of people feel safe with you with this frog and this lily pad. I'm also getting that you're really good at expressing your truth. You have the sun here. You have a lot of Leo energy. You even have like generosity with the Leo charm here. So like it just kind of tells me that, you know, there's a lot of confidence in you and like what you do and what you say. And I think that goes in with the star quality here. You got 2 pairs of like angel wings. So yeah, maybe it's the fact that you're like highly protected, you talk to your angels, you're really spiritual, you get messages. And there's even the dolphin here, so maybe a lot of people find you really fun, really intelligent, really playful. There's even a cat here. So I think there's a part of you that's also really like sassy, and it's like you're really fun and really like bubbly to be around once people get to really know you. And then there's a part of you that's mysterious, and it kind of closes up when you don't really trust people. I think that it's very, you know, people need a key to get to you. It's very hard to, you know, get to you because I think you're very protective of your energy. You also have the Virgo here with practical, and then Sagittarius with optimistic. You have the number 8 and number 7. I think that's Libra and Scorpio. So those could be signs for you too, but it could also be that there's a lot of spiritual lessons coming forth with you, or that's what's been going on with you. And with the 8, I'm just getting a lot of strength. I think it goes with the strength card, is it not? I don't know, I kind of forgot, to be honest with you, but I was thinking of that like infinity sign on top of the angel with the strength card. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for the charms. Your song messages are Until I See You Again by Ollie MN and More Than a Woman by Bee Gees. Okay. I think a lot of people can't wait to see you again because of how fun you are with that dolphin charm that I saw. So I'm getting that a lot of people look forward to seeing you if they do still have you in their life. If you have cut people off, like I've said earlier, because of like knowing who you are and what you offer to the table and protecting yourself, I think a lot of people are hoping to see you again or like be in your life again or reconcile in some sort. I think with More Than a Woman, I'm not, it could be a romantic sense. Maybe a lot of people are like in love with you and they find you to be more than everything in the world. But I'm just getting that I think that you have so many things going on for you. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or not. I'm just getting more of the message of like you have possibly like a larger to life way of thinking and you're really good at protecting yourself when it comes down to it. And I think that with More Than a Woman, it's like something about being undeserving. I don't know, maybe people put you on a pedestal maybe because of how confident you are and how much you respect yourself. So a lot of people respect you. So that's kind of what I'm getting there. Option number 2 is thanks so much for tuning in. This is all I have and I'll be moving on to my next one. Options. Hi, option 3s. If you chose Cosmic Egg, then this is what people love about you. Cosmic Egg. Ooh, I think that you have many great ideas. Option number 3 is, and I think that you're really good at being protective over those ideas. Let's see, it says completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we will travel alone, disconnected from others, even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness. Its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. So the 7th chakra, crown, the top of the head. Okay, meditation practices. Each of the 6. Wow, radiate the light of a million suns. All right, so I get that you're really just connected spiritually. Maybe you have a lot of psychic gifts, and a lot of people love that about you. Maybe you're a witch. A psychic of some sort. But I'm getting that you're very, very up there, and maybe that's why you're so protective of your energy, of what you think are your ideas, because I feel like you understand that maybe it's not the frequency for everybody, or it just doesn't mesh well with others. And I think that it's like you don't you're such a free thinker. However, it's like you don't really try to push that onto anyone else. You know what I mean? You think what you think, and I think you have this really great ability to like take things in as well and take in new ideas, not just like spewing them or creating them. But yeah, I'm getting very, very protective, either of like your family or what you care about, but I'm getting most especially yourself. So I'm also getting a message where you guys could be very feisty. You'll defend what it is that you need or have. There's a sense of like territory with your thought processes. I think there's a lot of like privacy with you. Option number 3 is, and people love that about you. I think it's because you give people so much mystery. Like, people have to find out what you're thinking, and people love that. It's like, And I think people love that because it's such a surprise. And it's not like a bad surprise, like, oh, I never thought you would think like that. No, it's very much like, wow, I never saw it like that, you know? So let me get a clarifier with my Brittany deck. You have the badass. Okay, badass. Okay. Let's look at my book here. Here's what you'll need to know about the badass. They'll always turn lemons into lemonade. Heartbreak happens, but if you're anything like Brittany's badass character from the Womanizer video, you refuse to be defined by your lowest moments, and you take action to turn things around. The badass won't be played for a fool and knows that sometimes you have to get your hands a little dirty to get things done. Put your inner badass to work when things feel complicated, and remember that you should never settle for anything less than the best in life and in love. Well, I was definitely saying a snippy, protective energy, and I think that's where the badass comes in, where maybe that's where the surprise is. Like, people might play you for a fool because of how colorful and welcoming those colors are. But I think the snake is the badass energy where, you know, they won't be played for a fool. And sometimes they have to kind of sting people or venomize people. I don't even know if that's a word, but yeah, like I think that you just know when to bite to protect yourself. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting there. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling from my tarot deck. I'm not taking reversals, and I am using a new tarot deck. It's my Nightmare Before Christmas one, and I love it so much. Okay. Why do people love about my option 3s? Page of Swords. Yes. Do people want my option? Knight of Swords. Five of Swords. Queen of Swords. Wow, a lot of swords. One more. Oh. The Two of Wands. Sorry, I'm not really familiar with this deck yet. The Two of Wands is your main energy. It was on the bottom of the deck. I'm now seeing the Ace of Pentacles. On top of the deck, you have the Ace of Cups. A lot of opportunity? I don't know. I think it might have to be with the ideas. You have a lot of swords here. You think a lot, and a lot of people do not want to debate with you. I'm gonna tell you that much. A lot of people love that about you, actually. You're able to like think on your feet, and you have an ability to like really defend yourself with words if need be. But it's like you have this ability too to like really look at every side of the picture, or both sides of the party, if there tends to be conflict, and people love that about you. I think you have you're really good at finding out information as well, and people love that about you. There's like this sneakiness to you, like a little bit of a I'm looking at this devil over here. I'm getting a little bit of mischievousness, especially with the Page of Swords. Like, the three of them, are you serious? Their names are kind of escaping me right now, but fudging hell. Okay. Weren't they the ones who, like, stole the Santa Claus? So I'm just getting a somewhat of mischievous energy to you. Option number 3 people like that. I think that you're quick-witted. People love that you're quick-witted. People love the fact that you know how to fight. You know how to say what it is that needs to be said. But I also think that you're a very understanding person. And a lot of people go to you possibly for advice or a lot of, like, insight. You give a lot of clarity is what it is. And I think because of how much insight you have and how much you think, or you are so cutthroat when it comes to conflict. You don't deal with that bullshit. And I think a lot of people like the feistiness that you have. And I think that's what the surprise was that I was getting. Like, that's the surprising nature about you. Like, you're fun. You love to talk. You love to have fun with the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. But when people fuck with you and it becomes, you know, stressful and there's betrayals and there's debates, I don't think people want to mess with you. You become the Queen of Swords. When there's conflict, you will get defensive and you will put people in their place, with the Two of Wands being the main energy here. You know exactly what to say in order to put someone in their place or stop. Like, I think that there's also a part of you too that defends people who can't defend themselves. And I'm also getting that a lot of people love the fact that you have receipts. Like, you keep receipts. You watch out for yourself. You're very protective of yourself. And I think a lot of people don't want to fuck with you because you bring receipts. I think you have become really good at this because people have tried to fuck you over and play you for a fool. And I feel like with the Badass card and all of the tarot cards, it's giving me this energy of just, like, nothing could get past you. And if people do try to get past you, it's not going to be pretty. Yeah. I definitely see that people might even be kind of afraid of you, but people love that. People love the fact that they're afraid of you. But it's because they, like, know they would never, like, mess with you. They just are, it's like they're glad that maybe other people have gotten that, but they enjoy it when it happens to other people, you know? Like, people never want to be on the receiving end of this kind of, like, feisty ass behavior. But, you know, when you're, like, an onlooker or a friend of yours or someone that, you know, you're cool with, they enjoy watching the drama or the chaos that you bring if people mess with you. I am also getting that you could be, like, really strategic with, like, your information, like how it's given out or how you find out things, and that's how you kind of navigate through things, you know? Like, you're really good at that, knowing what to say in order to get the information that you need. Yeah. I'm getting that you could be trustworthy, you are trustworthy, and, you know, you have this ability to be honest with everybody. However, and even, like, really blunt, however, that could be turned around really quick. Yeah. I'm just not to get on your bad side, option number 3. So let's find out a little bit more through our oracles here. You have Mercury. You have hero, heroine. Passion for a journey of personal empowerment. You have intuition. You have Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. You have justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Shark, take care, there will be a loss of material wealth. And then you have fair man, dealings or relationship with a man, blonde, gray, or white hair. Okay. Whale. Mercury's here. Very strong Virgo, Gemini energy. Hold on, sorry, I have to charge my laptop. All right, lots of Mercury, lots of thinking, lots of critical thinking, a lot of conversations. I think you're really fun to have a conversation with. A lot of people love that about you, and I think that you have such a great mindset, or such an open mindset. However, with the Mercury, I do get that a lot of people don't really know what they'll get with you. And I think that people love that. It's like a shred of mystery. And what's the thing about Mercury, or like Gemini placement specifically, I always read that they become mirrors for people. So maybe people love that. I think you can handle yourself fairly well, and you're able to like throw things back at people if they come at you sideways. You know, it's like a Uno reverse card. And I get that a lot of people find that your passion for life and just your ability to grow and use your intuition, and even using your mindset, like, and in staying in touch with reality, it's like you have a good balance with all of those, and it's helping you become empowered. And I think with that, you also help others empower themselves, or like you empower others to encourage people to stand up for themselves. There's something about like being really good with your boundaries and asserting those boundaries. I'm getting for some of you guys, you could be like a social justice warrior, an activist, or in law or politics, and needing to defend other people or the underdog. And people love that about you. I think that with the fair man, yeah, like I'm getting fair man, like someone who's fair, and I think that connects with like the justice and the law and all of those energies that I was just getting. With the take care, or there will be loss of material wealth, yeah, like I think that you get even with people. You know, if they mess with your material wealth, or like you know, they do something to you, you'll make them feel a loss as well. Yeah, like you just reflect other people, and people love that, because I think people hate on you when in reality it's like you were just doing the same exact thing to them. Yeah. Be mindful of the planet. Yeah, I think you could be somebody who defends the earth, an environmentalist. Yeah. I was getting like just someone who's a defender. Like I was already getting that with the cosmic egg, just someone who's like defending something, protecting their thoughts or whatever it is, you know. Yeah, I think you're just very grounded person, very in touch with the earth and people and what's wrong and what's right. There's a very strong moral compass with this group, and people love that about you. So yeah, let me turn off my mic and let me give you guys some charms. All right, okay, we're back. Some qualities here. You have generous with Leo, passion with Scorpio, ambition with Capricorn, and charming with Libra. You even have Cancer and Sagittarius here, so I'm getting very focused. I'm getting very intuitive here with the Cancer, possibly very in touch with even emotions and like family. You have friends here, so I get that you could make a really good friend. Yeah, I think you're the type of person to like talk on the phone for a really long time, and people love that about you. You give queen energy or royalty. You give some sort of elegancy. Yeah, I think that you have a very pure heart when people like come close to you. I think you are very protective. And you know, when people, but you are very loving. You see, you have 2 keys with a heart. You know, when people get that, like when people get to past, you know, the protective snake, they get the very colorful egg, and they get to enjoy that, and it's a very loving energy is what I'm getting from you. Yeah, because you even have the heart and like the infinity sign here, so I'm getting a lot of loyalty or longevity in your connections, friendships, relationships. I'm getting that you're really good at sewing or making clothes, or you're just a fashionista. You're really good at like dressing yourself or dressing other people. Maybe there's like something about aesthetics, about like wardrobe. And you have the owl here, so I get that you're a very wise old owl, and I get that you have a lot of projects, and I think that you're always on the go with the fish. There's a lot of like things that you need to get to, or yeah, I'm just getting a very busy kind of energy with that. So yeah, let me get your songs, and your first one is Ungodly Hour by Chloe and Halle, and Please 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 by Sabrina Carpenter. Okay, so Please 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 makes sense because it's talking about not to embarrass her. Yeah, it's about like proving her wrong about something. So I think that there's something about you that knows things ahead of time, and you kind of want people to prove you wrong about it, but unfortunately maybe your intuition always comes out right. Ungodly Hour here, I think that you love people unconditionally, and I think that you try to understand things or people, and try to take people for who they are, even if they aren't at their best. However, you are very protective of yourself, and you will cut people off if need be. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for you, option number 3. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate it. This is all I have, so I'll be moving on to my next options. Hi, option number 4s. If you chose the lion, then this is what people love about you or admire about you. Okay, well, I think that you have a really strong sense of boundaries, and a lot of people love that about you. With the lion, I'm also getting that you could be a leader, a manager. There's something about someone being in position, and people love that about you. And I don't think it's in a cocky way. I don't think it's in an egotistical way. I think it's in a very like encouraging and supportive way. And I think you're really good at encouraging and pushing people to be their best as well as yourself. I'm also getting some sort of like mentorship. I'm also getting something about one's hair, and people love your hair, or your mane, I should say, because of this picture. But yeah, I think a lot of people just love your creativity, and they love how you put your creativity into action. There's a lot of action-oriented, like, it's a very action-oriented personality that I'm getting here. And I'm getting, like, somewhat of a visionary in that sense, where you think of something and you're really going to do it. There's a lot of, like, passion and fiery, like, emotions within this lion. You could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And I'm just getting a very good head on one's shoulders. Like, I'm getting a very direct and a very, I guess, prideful in a way, but like prideful in oneself, and like a sense of not even like stepping on other people. It's like pride in what you do, but it's not like stepping on others or like trying to show off. It's most definitely just recognizing yourself for just being you, and even your friends, I think, or your family, the people around you feel that too. Let me look at my Brittany deck for clarification. The Rebel. The Rebel. Okay, let me look at this. Fire. Lion. Patient, regal, a complete master. They're the epitome of peace and strength. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. Yeah. Spiritual teacher, leadership. Yeah, there's yeah, and to bring the line to balance, it says friendship. So I definitely get that. And the living mascot of self-transformation. Yeah, a mascot. You're cheering people on about growth, about even the self. And then how does the rebel play in here? Keep on running back to you. Brittany covered Bobby Brown's My Prerogative in 2004, a direct clapback to the media for the constant scrutiny of her life and relationship with dancer Kevin Federline. Brittany was exhausted by life under the celebrity microscope, and this song and its video were her answers to it. She also wrote a confessional series of letters to her fans about her life as Brittany the person, not Brittany the pop icon. Brittany the Rebel was ready to control her own narrative and stop apologizing for living her life the way that she wanted to. Let go of expectations and write your own story. It's your prerogative to live your own way. Okay. Well, I guess that's how it correlates. It correlates to the fact that both cards have a commonality in like doing what you think is right, leading the pack, having your own, like leading yourself to where you want to go and just basically living your life. The Lion leads, so that would make sense as to the Rebel card saying let go of expectations and write your own story. This Lion looks very much ready for its journey, for new encounters, new situations, new manifestations, right? And I think that you have like a rebellious streak in how you approach it. It might be very unique or different to other people. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling from my tarot deck. Okay, what do I do? Thank you. You have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Page of Swords. One more, please. You have the Queen of Wands. The bottom of this deck, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of this deck. I now see the Four of Wands. I see the Four of Wands, and I also see the Page of Pentacles on top of the deck. Okay. All right, so you got two queens here. The Queen of Wands, so someone who's very attractive in a sense of like letting things go to them, come to them. And the Queen of Wands also represents someone who is more action oriented in the way that they approach things. They're more bold, they're more expressive and wanting or getting what they want. And I think with the combination of the Queen of Swords, you're really good at expressing those things. So you put words into action is what I'm getting. And I think that you do so in a very honest and sensible way. You start your projects in a very like thoughtful yet passionate and very stable way. I think you work really hard and long on your project before it becomes the Ace of Pentacles. It's like trying to prepare this doll, right? For some reason I'm getting like this person sewed it and they're like, wow, it's ready. You know what I mean? So I think that a lot of work goes into the things that you've built for yourself, with the Seven of Pentacles being your main energy. It's just like a lot of people see the longevity in the work that you do. And people love that, you know, like there's a genuine way of the way that you work or the way that you approach your goals your manifestations, projects, whatever your pentacles may be, you do so looking hot, amazing. I'm also getting a little bit of like the rebel or the lion energy with the Queen of Wands being here. It's giving very much like confidence. I'm getting a lot of, knowing who you are and understanding that you can get whatever it is that you want. I think there's a certain charm to you with the Page of Swords and the Queen of Wands being next to each other. And I think that because of your way of approach, it's so easy for you to gather a lot of abundance. And I think you'll really work at it too. Like, you will put in the efforts and whatever it is that has your attention. It's it's like there's no shortcuts at all. There's an attentiveness to each and every like gift here. So I do get that you have a full platter. However, you're really good at balancing or giving attention to each project that you're doing, that you don't miss a project or you don't miss a present to wrap, in metaphorically speaking. Yeah, I get that you have so much patience for yourself and patience for your work and your life and just growing. Yeah, you just put so much effort. So let me go ahead and look at the oracles here. You have Pluto. You have Victim. Prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. You have Drink Tea. Radha, Soul Flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Study. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Okay, you have Broken Wishbone. Wish will not be granted, and Lion. Time to act. Wow, you got Lion twice. How fitting. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, I think the thing that you've been working on is your study or research or just your education. And a lot of people see your efforts in that. And I think that a lot of people love the fact about how knowledgeable you are in certain subjects or whatever subject it is that you're studying, and that you really are putting things into action for yourself. Again, I was getting that visionary thing, like your thought processes, and you're really putting it into action. And I think even if like you feel like the wish won't be granted, you're willing to take a risk with Time to Act. And I get that even if things don't go your way, you don't victimize yourself. There's a sense of having a lot of resilience regardless of like what life puts in front of you. You're able to transform everything that you do. As an example here, maybe let's say you got fired from a job, but you're able to transform that into like, okay, well, maybe this job just wasn't for me. You know, it's like you try to see things from a different perspective. So you have this like really great attitude, and you understand that life happens and things happen. There's something about like shedding old things with the Pluto, and then it says prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. So I think that you don't become a victim of your reality, or like the um the issues or problems that happen in your life. I think there's like a sense of knowledge about herbs, herbology, plants, and people love that about you. And maybe there's like a sense of like being like a garden witch or something like that. People love that about you. I think that another thing that people love is you are really good at staying true and connected to yourself. That it's like, I don't know if people have seen you kind of lose yourself, or like have like a really huge ending or shedded something in their life that was really difficult, but people see that you have built your harmony and you've healed from the things that really gave you heartbreak, or the things that you had to shed yourself from, and you didn't let it change you. You're still the same person regardless of how much pain or hurt you've been through. And I think that when an ending happens, you see the positives and having a chance to rediscover who you are and what opportunities life can give you. Yeah, I think that you have such a really positive mindset, and that's what like people love about you. Option number 4s. Let's see what else. Yeah, I also think that there is like this fun side to you with the Page of Swords. I'm getting like a lot of chit chat, a lot of, you know, yapper energy, but it's on all good fun. I think that you keep a group setting or like a party setting, a social setting really fun. And I think that with the Queen of Wands and the Rebel and the Leo energy that I am getting here, a lot of it, I'm getting that you might harbor a lot of attention because of the energy that you kind of exude. I'm getting a lot of RBF energy because of the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So, yeah, I'm just getting very cutthroat, straight to the point, very blunt. Yeah. And you just, I guess, striding with confidence. And there's like this certainty with you and how you approach the things that you want in your life. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for the cards. I'm gonna turn off my mic and I'll get you guys some charms. option 4s, these are your charms. Some qualities people love about you is that you're generous with the Leo. You have trustworthy with Taurus, passionate with Scorpio, and then intuitive with Pisces. So yeah, you also have Aries here, so you could be very headstrong. There's a little bit of stubbornness in you, but that stubbornness comes in handy when, you know, you have projects, desires, things that you want, right? You also have the Libra, so you're very like diplomatic. You see both sides of the situation if need be. You also have the number 1 here, so I'm getting a lot of new beginnings for you, or that you're able to have a lot of independence. It says I can here, so I'm getting that you're very positive about what you offer to the table and like who you are and your strengths and weaknesses. It says love and peace. So yeah, I think that you like to keep the peace, especially here with the yin yang. There's something about like balancing. There's also like a sense of purity, or with the dove over here, there's even candy corn. So maybe you're very like sweet, or like maybe like Halloween. There's a foot here, so maybe you're stepping into new projects, ideas, or journeys. You even have the plane here, so maybe people love the fact that you're able to see things differently from a different perspective, or maybe you're a traveler with the foot and the plane. There's also infinity here, so I'm getting that like either like infinite endurance, infinite strength, your ability to like keep going. And I think that you do it in a very slow pace, and people love that because it's like there's less room for like mistakes when you're going in a slower pace with the turtle. And I also think that you're really good at knowing when to protect yourself and hide in your shell. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for what people love about you. Let me get your songs. And your songs are Video Games by Lana Del Rey. And then your second song is August by Taylor Swift. So Video Games, it's more of like a romantic song because she talks about doing everything for somebody. Maybe it's the fact that you would do everything for people, you do anything for them, being this lion energy. And because of your like resilience, you're willing to go out of your way for people. People love that. And with August, well, I think if I'm hearing the right song, August, it talks about, I think the lyrics goes, "Work my plans, that's my man," or something like that. So I don't know. There's something about territory. There's something about like taking ownership about something, and people love that about you. So yeah, I think that's what I'm getting here. Option number 4 is thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. That's all I have. So I'll be ending this video now. Thank you. Bye.